This dealership, just my impression of walking around it, it's clean, it's up to date, they take pride in it. You know, everybody I've talked to loves it here. Yeah. Love the owners. I mean, you can't beat that. If you got a place like that, you got to stay. Here with Ron here at Wilmes Ford and Altus. It's Wilmes Ford or Wilmes Superstore, right?
Either way.
Yeah. Ron used to be a tech, and then he became a career tech instructor, and now he's back to being a tech. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Senior Master Ford Tech.
Senior Master, yes.
Twice over 50 years of experience, is that right?
50, I don't know about 50. I've been in the field quite some time. For Ford, just over 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, and in the field, 36 years.
36 years.
Yeah.
So
quite a while.
A lot of young people coming up, and they're trying to figure out what it is that they want to do in their careers. And most of them are not exposed to this anymore because high schools are, you know, funneling them toward the STEM stuff. This is, you use STEM in this and all of it. And so you've been doing this, and the technology is getting really
advanced.
Really advanced.
Yes.
What advice would you give to a young person considering getting into this?
That's a very loaded question. However, stay in school, number one. And this is a good career to get involved in. I've been in it for all my life, right? So I went to teaching at the vocational school, career tech, right? Was in that for a couple of years and came back to it. And I like being a tech. And there's a lot involved in being a tech. And so if you just want to get in there and just change brakes or change tires, do oil changes, there's room for you. But if you want more involvement in that and you want to learn the computer aspect of things, there's more in that too. So there's a lot of room for individuals to grow.
Right.
So and that's I will tell any of these young individuals, and man, if you have any interest in working with your hands and making a good living, and I'm not just talking about a mediocre living. Sky's the limit here, guys. And, you know, and girls too, because I had a couple of gals that were in my vocational class. This is where it's at, and this is the future. You know, to be quite honest with you, lots of people are in the IT program or in the medical programs, but we're missing out here. In any trade, could be HVAC, could be construction, even automotive and diesel. There's room for you, and we need. You pick your own skill to what you want to do, and there's so many involved in this right here. And you could just be an HVAC guy, and I say HVAC for automotive, but I mean, you know, again, the technical or trade side to things. Who works on your house? I mean, who comes out and does your air conditioning work on the house? HVAC guys. We need those people. Who works on the pipe? Now, granted, I know some pipelines have been cut off, but you know, there's a lot of need for welders out there as well. You said auto body, and auto body. I mean, everybody has something go wrong with their vehicle, in an unfortunate aspect, right? You know, they hit a patch of ice and they popped a wheel or a tire, you know, and maybe they hit somebody. Auto body's a good thing to be in too. And we got a great system, or a great auto body over here. I mean, it's unbelievable. Them guys, they stay busy all the time. So, you know, that's what this guy's looking. I'm a diesel guy by trade, all right? I kind of got thrown into that after being in the Ford dealerships for several years. We didn't have one. We didn't have a diesel tech. So they asked, Ron, you want to do this? I don't know anything about it, so I learned as I went. And that's what Mr. Wilmes hired me for, is to be a diesel tech, and that's what I do. But yes, exactly. There's so many modules that control everything. You almost have to be an auto body guy. Or put it this way, the auto body guys almost have to be a technician.
Exactly.
So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, because they have to, when they have a wreck, they got to go in and recalibrate those just as well as we do.
Yeah, well, if you need to change on some of these vehicles, you need to change the radiator. You got to pull the front bumper cover and stuff off to do it. So
You got to rate, guys. Set up the radars.
There's a lot of module insight and everything there.
And anymore, it's getting to where you can't even just replace a fuse in a fuse box because you got to have a scanner to reset the codes on some of these.
Yeah. And that's where you have to have some knowledge about, well, my computer's over in the car over here, but I'm reprogramming keys. So you have to, there's room for IT guys here, right?
Right.
You know, so there's room for everything in automotive, and whether it's trucks or auto body or whatever.
So if somebody was looking at it, what would be the biggest barrier you think of somebody getting into it, like a young person? Is it tools, or is it just training? Is it what?
Making that commitment, taking that first step. I mean, that's what scares anybody, any young individual, right? They want to be able to make money, but you know, just taking that first step. Maybe you need to start as a lube tech, you know, to kind of get familiar with the environment, and then from there, I know Mr. Wilmes. You know, I've only been here just shy of a year, just a few weeks shy of a year, but he likes to bring people up to scale, you know, and get them involved. You know, so you may start off with changing oil and rotating tires or doing tires. Next thing you know, you're putting accessories on, and then you're going from putting accessories on to doing other things. You know, working for warranty purposes and things like that. So there's room to grow.
Yeah, the training for Ford is just, I mean, it's there.
Unbelievable. So I was a Ford senior master before. I actually quit and went to vocational school for a couple years. Our program kind of suffered some, and we was a 2-instructor program, so I was the youngest man there. So not the youngest, but I had the least amount of time. So I got laid off, and then went to a 1-instructor program. I went back to Ford. Still had my senior master, kept it going. But then I went and I decided I wanted to try something a little more stable. I thought. Went to work outside the dealership for about 9, 10 years, and came back. And I had to re-achieve my senior master again. I had to take more training. You know, I had to come up to date with what's new. And that took me a couple of months, but no big deal. So it's always there, and we have training online. We can do it here if we're slow, which we're never. But I do most of mine at home. I'll sit there and I'll watch TV with my better half, and I'll have an earbud in, and I'm doing my online training.
So for as many years as you've been doing this, like me, there was slow times, slow periods, few years, and then busy periods. Right now, it's probably unprecedented as far as how much work we've got.
We got a ton.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we're scheduled way out further than I've ever remembered.
Months out.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm the only diesel tech here. We've got, this is a farm community, oil field community. So I think they're 2 months out.
So there's no lack of work.
Put it this way, they don't like me taking time off.
I understand that. Hopefully we can get some young people interested.
Man, Ford's been great to work for. You know, my dad I grew up, I had my first car was a 55 Chevy. And then when I started working for Ford, my dad told me, he said, your grandfather's going to turn over in his grave. And I'm like, Dad, it's job security. And it has been.
Yeah.
You know, Ford was the first one to manufacture, have a big manufacturing company, right? They produce vehicles. And I'm telling you what, being in this business has opened my eyes towards Chevrolet and even and Dodge, even some of the you know, imports and stuff, like Toyota and Honda and whatnot. They're all basically the same. They're all a little bit different. They appeal to everybody's liking, right? So, but when it comes down to it, they all roll. They all have engines. They all have to have brakes. You know, so there's something out there for everyone. And we just need to get the kids involved.
Yeah.
You know, the younger generation needs to be involved. And I'll tell you right now is the time for them to get involved, because there's a lack of technicians. Honestly, I don't want to do this all my life. I've got arthritis, so it hurts. That. So we need them. We need them. It's not
I mean, they're going to own it in a few years when we're all retired. They're going to own it.
But not only this, but trade in general, trade programs in general. Like I said, HVAC programs, plumbing, construction, welding. I mean, you name it. The career techs have the programs out there for whatever you want. But it's just working with your hands. We're losing that.
Right.
And so, you know, you can't get a robot to fix anything.
Yeah, they tried that. It didn't work.
We can build them with robots, but we can't fix them with robots.
You got to have humans to fix where the robot screwed it up.
Yeah, exactly.
This dealership, just my impression of walking around it, it's clean, it's up to date, they take pride in it. You know, everybody I've talked to loves it here.
Yeah.
Love the owners. I mean, you can't beat that. If you got a place like that, you got to stay.
Yeah, I tell you what, Mr. Wilmes is the best. He's the best individual, the best company I've ever. Super nice guy. And I don't want to go into details of what he does, but he treats us like I've never been treated before. I'll tell you. All right, so there's once that I've only been here just shy of a year. He comes walking around every now and again. I say, guys, I've got the food truck sitting out here. Lunch is on me. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay. It was hotter than anything this year, right? And so, I mean, we got these big fans and stuff around here, you know, so he does his best. Next thing you know, here comes a snow cone truck. He's done this several times. And brings a snow cone truck in and said, here, guys, have a snow cone, take a break on me. Somebody will go to Brahms and buy a bunch of ice cream, you know, and here you go, guys. But what really is really good about it, every now and again he comes and he'll hand you an envelope. What's in the envelope? I had no idea when the first envelope I got, right? And he gives them to everybody, walks through here. Himself hands everybody an envelope. You open it up, there's a check. And it's, you know, not a whole lot, $125, $150. Hey, gas prices went up. Hope this helps.
And that's awesome.
Is that unbelievable? That's unbelievable.
That's, I mean, really, it's yeah, really, it is.
It's a great place to work. Ford does the same thing for you. And they've got programs right now where you do training. It's all on you, right? But you sign up for this thing as an individual, and hopefully the whole dealer can sign up because everybody signs up, right? And then you go through these training programs. They pay you for every one of them that you do. And it's like, Mr. Wilmes said, well, if they're paying you, I'll pay you too. So it's a win-win situation, honestly. So like I said, Ford's been really good to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so is the dealerships.
Ron, I appreciate it. And you seem like a real good guy. I wish I lived closer to get to know you better.
Oh yeah, it's a good, it's good. I truly enjoy working for Ford. The Ford's been very good to me.
Thank you for watching. And remember, if you or someone you know would like more information about employment at an Oklahoma Ford dealer, please contact me at 918-928-7433 or email me at fordokptc@gmail.com. For other videos like this, check out our YouTube channel, Oklahoma Ford Dealers Technician Connection. Subscribe and click the bell to be notified of new videos. Thank you. Have a great day.